Hey guys, it's Dan. Hey, something occurred to me when I was emailing, actually Facebook messaging with a friend of mine. He's also doing merch by Amazon, and we kind of compare notes and give each other updates. If we have a good sales day, we tend to let each other know, or if something bizarre happens, if we learn something, we usually contact each other about it. So I was telling him about a good sales day that I had, good for me, and he responded with something like, I've only sold 4 in the last week. And he got into the program later than I did by several months. Just guesstimating. He's been in the program for maybe a couple months now, roughly. And I got in back in November, but let's see, I loaded 14 designs back in November, and then they did this freeze where you couldn't load designs for quite a while. So I had 14 designs loaded until they lifted that freeze. And then my first tier, they started me at the 25 tier. So I'm now on the 500 tier, and I have 7 days left of loading 10 a day to max out my 500 designs. When I got tiered up from 100 to 500, obviously that's 400 more designs, and they let me do 10 a day. So I said, wow, that's 40 days of 10 a day. And so far I've done it every day. I guess it's been 33 now. So I've got a week to go to be maxed out at my 500 designs. And then of course I can replace designs if I want. If some aren't selling and I have a good idea, I can take down the one that's not selling and replace it. But I'll have all my slots filled up. I kind of look at it like the more hooks in the water, the more baited hooks in the water, the more fish you're going to catch. So even if it's not the best bait or the hook kind of sucks, get them in the water and you can make them better later. So I've been really maxing that out. But anyway, the point of this video is when my friend told me, hey, I've only got 4 sales this past week, and I think I probably had 8 or 10 the day that I emailed him. So I had more in that day than he had in the past week. And I think, I don't know, he's a pretty mentally tough guy, I think, but sometimes people get discouraged because it seems like it's going so slowly. And I let him know that it went very slowly for me in the beginning too. So he is actually right about where I was 2 months ago. I've just pulled up I have a little spreadsheet where I keep track of my sales each month. I literally just paste, I copy my analyze page in the merch backend at the end of the month, and then I paste it into a Google Doc and I total up each column just so I can look back. So in April, 2 months ago, I had 17 sales in the month and I had 1 cancellation. So I had 16 total real sales, right? After you factor in that cancellation. So that's about 4 a week, which is where my friend is right now. And that was April. So I made $110 in that month. I had my prices a bit lower then than I do now because I was trying to get the sales to tier up. Let's see, so I sold 16 sales, made $110. Actually, I take it back. I think my prices were still, I was making about $7 on each sale at that point, roughly. Must have been the next month here. In May, I think I was making less per sale. Yeah. So in May, again, I'm back in April, 17 sales, 1 cancellation. So really 16 sales, $110 in royalties. Then the next month, May, 63 sales, 1 cancellation, so 62 sales and $209. So I was making $2.94 on most of my sales that month because I lowered my price. What was my price then? Maybe $14.99, and now I'm at $19.99. So I lowered it a little bit just to accelerate the sales a bit to get my 100 sales to get tiered up to the 500 level, which did happen. So anyway, recap. April, $110 in royalties. May, $209 in royalties. And June, which just ended and I just totaled it up today, $703. So again, if you didn't catch what my point is here, 110 in April, 209 in May, 703 in June. So obviously this is not a linear increase, right? This is, right now anyway, exponential. As I'm loading more and more designs, and the designs I've already had up a while are starting to sell better, as with most things in Amazon, as the algorithm sees that your shirt is actually selling. Again, nobody knows exactly how it works, but basically, the better your stuff is selling and converting, the more reach and exposure they'll give your products, right? So that's true in merch, and that's true in Amazon FBA, which I also do. So it takes a little time for your product to build some momentum. And now I've loaded 330 designs in the last 33 days. So all of those I'm getting a lot of first sales on designs that haven't sold before. I'm seeing those like daily now, that designs that have never sold are starting to sell. So I anticipate that this increase is going to keep going, and I'll max out here in a week, and I'll have my 500 designs up. Then I'll have to kind of twiddle my thumbs, which will actually be nice to get a little break. But you know, it'll be a little while before I can load new designs. How many have I had total? So I had 103 sales this month, with 4 cancellations, so it was really 99 sales. 62 the month before, so that's 161. Then 16, so 170. What did I say? 161 plus 16 actually. So 177, and then 13 in March, so 190. And then going back to January and February, I had 14, so 204. So I'm at about 210 sales right now. So I've got to get about 300 more before I'm eligible to get tiered up to, I believe it's the 1,000 level. And there's no guarantee I'll get tiered up right when I hit that many sales, but hopefully I will. So far it's been pretty quick every time I hit the number. I'm not sure exactly why that is. Some other people have to wait for quite a while, actually, sometimes. But we'll see if I get tiered up. Anyway, the point of this video is, if it seems slow, I'll go back even further for you. I just kind of I rushed through it there. But November, I totaled these in 2-month chunks because it was so slow back then. So November and December. And I don't know what day I started actually loading designs in November. So it might have been, you know, a month and a half or something. I sold 6 and I had 1 cancellation. So we're talking like a sale a week. January and February I had 14, so it more than doubled, but still over 8 weeks I made 14 sales. And then March I made 13 in 1 month, so almost doubling again in velocity, but still, you know, like a sale every couple days basically. And then April 17, so that was not a huge pickup there. I think that's when I'm not sure if I was able to load. I think I had loaded all my 25 designs by that point, but I hadn't been tiered up yet. So then after April, I got tiered up, probably some point in May, I got tiered up, and I made 63 sales there. That was when I was at the 100 design level. So again, my first 2 months, 6 sales. The next 2 months, 14 sales. The next 1 month, 13. The next 1 month, 17. And then in May, 63. Then in June, 103, minus the 4 cancellations, so 99. But anyway, that's what I want to let you guys know. If you're kind of bummed out or a little bit discouraged and you've been working hard, I was there too. And I'm not rich yet, but I made $703 this month, and all signs are that it's going to keep increasing. So for me, this is a new stream of income that I'm focusing on to just kind of up my lifestyle a little bit. And I think it's reasonable that within a few months I'll be making $2,000 or $3,000 a month off of this thing. And who knows, maybe 6 months after that it'll be even better. So hang in there, work hard. I've been busting my ass, honestly, and there were definitely days I did not feel like loading all 10 designs. So you are not the only one if you felt like that. But I have done it even when I was moving. I moved down to Phuket. If you've seen my other videos, you kind of heard about that. But I'm here now, and it's great. The pool's right outside. I just got actually back from the beach just a little while ago, and I really like the area down here. So it's a big lifestyle upgrade for me, but I've been working pretty hard. So I haven't been at the beach every day. or hanging out in the pool every day. But in a week, I get a break. So anyway, hang in there, you guys. Keep going. As always, if you comment on these videos, I often do videos based on what people ask in the comments. So ask your questions, or if you have suggestions for topics, please let me know. And if you're listening to this, this is a podcast as well as YouTube video. So if you're on the podcast right now, check me out on YouTube, Dan O'Donnell, and the username is Twizzler3B, Twizzler like the candy, and then 3B. And if you're on YouTube, this is also available on Stitcher and iTunes. I'm actually just checking that is my actual, I guess it is just Dan O'Donnell. I thought I had Twizzler3B as a username in there somewhere. But anyway, just Dan O'Donnell. There might be 20 of us, but hopefully you can find me. Go Dan O'Donnell merch or something like that, and you should find me. You might also bump into the Irish folk singer. So anyway, this is enough rambling. Let me know what your questions are and what topics you'd like to see me do a video on, you guys. Thanks for watching.